I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
That's not good.
Oh, I don't need this. I'm already late.
Somebody will come. Anybody out there?
Do you have a phone?
No. Sorry. Somebody! Hello? There are two people stuck on an escalator and we need help. Now, would somebody please do something?
Help!
I don't believe this. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, there's nothing else left to do. That's it.
Hello? Hey, don't worry about it. I'll fix it in a second.
He said he can fix it. All right. All right. That's more like it. He says he can fix it.
The human brain is a network of approximately 100 billion neurons. Different experiences create different neural connections which bring about different emotions. And depending on which neurons get stimulated, certain connections become stronger and more efficient, while others may become weaker. This is what's called neuroplasticity. Someone who trains to be a musician will create stronger neural connections that link the two hemispheres of the brain in order to be musically creative. Virtually any sort of talent or skill can be created through training. Rudiger Gamm, who was a self-admitted hopeless student, used to fail at basic math, and went on to train his abilities and became a famous human calculator, capable of performing extremely complex mathematics. Rationality and emotional resilience work the same way. These are neural connections that can be strengthened. Whatever you are doing at any time, you are physically modifying your brain to become better at it. Since this is such a foundational mechanism of the brain, being self-aware can greatly enrich our life experience.
telemetry systems on a Formula One car are an extremely important part of technology, although they've become much more constrained over the last few years, because 10 years ago we were getting all the information from the car coming back to us in the pits. We were looking at the chassis, the engine, even how the driver was driving the car. And then we were making changes on the car. We were sending messages to the car to adjust it to get the best from the performance. Now that really wasn't emphasizing the skills of the drivers, so we've changed the telemetry systems now, and all the team can do is observe what's happening and sometimes advise the driver what's happening so he can make some changes himself, but they have to be implemented by the driver.
In a typical race, I might shift about 3,100 times. So you can imagine that all I'm doing all the time is like shifting. And at the same time, I need to change brake balance, switch on the curves, the rear wing, the differential. So there's a lot going on in the cockpit.
There's hundreds of channels that we look at. And we have a whole fleet of engineers at the back of the garage studying their screens to make sure everything is performing properly. And that's done for both reliability and performance. So if we're seeing out on the track the driver's not making the best use of the engine, or he's not doing certain things the correct way, we get on the radio and advise him that he needs to make some changes. So a vital part of Formula One for us, and a vital part of our armoury.
Hey guys, today was my first day using Adderall. You can actually see the prescription bottle right there. So today was the first day I've ever taken them in my entire life. I got them in December from my doctor, and taking them now for school. So I worked today. I started work at 8 in the morning. I took the pill at about 7:50, and it really kicked in at about 8:30, and literally it was the weirdest experience of my life. One of my coworkers said that I was going through different stages, and the first one was that I was really hyper and energetic. The next one was I was emotional, and I actually started crying at work. I cried to my manager just because, like, I told her, I was like, this is the weirdest feeling. Like, I don't know. It's like I couldn't control my body, but at the same time I could. I don't know. After that was the zombie state, where I felt like I couldn't even move. I just felt, I don't know. And I don't know. I had to sit down and, like, I don't know. Okay. And then the last one, which I'm in right now, is the kind of like chill. I just feel like doing nothing.
We took 5th graders. We give them puzzles to solve.
So you see these blocks? Can you tell me what color is on that side?
Red, yellow, white, blue.
All right, so what I want you to do is put these blocks together so that the picture on top matches the picture here, all right?
First, we give children a set of easier puzzles to do.
Now here's the next one.
When these 9 and 10-year-olds successfully put together the puzzle, the children are praised for either their intelligence,
wow, you did really well. You must be really smart at these.
or the effort they made.
Wow, you did really well. You must have tried really hard at these.
Then we give them a much harder set of problems, ones that they might, in fact, struggle with.
Here's the next one.
And we see what happens to their confidence. Do they think, oh, this means I'm not good at it after all? Do they stop liking the puzzles? Or do they maintain their confidence and think, well, it just needs more effort or strategies? What happens to their motivation?
You ready to go on?
Ta-da! We also ask them, well, which problems do you want to work on some more? Those easier ones or those harder ones? And generally we find that kids who have been praised for their intelligence really want to go back to those easier ones that were their claim to fame.
This is a sign of a fixed mindset, the belief that intelligence is innate and can't be changed.
What we found was that children thought that difficulty meant they weren't smart or they weren't good at the task.
So you seem to have more trouble with this one, and I want to know why you think that was.
Probably because I'm not good at these problems.
A very discouraging conclusion.
Other children show a growth mindset.
The growth mindset is like this. No matter who you are, you can always become a great deal smarter. They feel smart when they're working really hard on something difficult and making progress.
So if I give you some more problems, would you like more problems like these that are pretty easy so you'll do well, or problems like these that'll be hard but you might learn a lot from them?
These.
More like these?
Students praised for effort generally want those hard ones that they can learn from. What I've learned from my research is that kids, and I think adults too, are exquisitely sensitive to what's going on in a situation, what other people value, what they're being judged on. What is that voice in our head saying? Is it saying fixed mindset things like, oh, you better not make a mistake, you better look smart, people are judging you? Or is it saying growth mindset things? Here's an opportunity, here's a mistake I can learn from. I feel smart when I do something difficult.
This sentence we did it!
Le géant, c'est l'art de conduire le ski. C'est clairement du pilotage à l'état pur et de la recherche constante de vitesse.
Je crois la discipline plus difficile à faire et c'est aussi pour ça qu'il y a beaucoup de spécialistes dans le géant.
Il faut vraiment arriver à être fluide.
You really have to find a good rhythm and you have to find a good flow.
Techniquement, je pense qu'il faut être complet, ça c'est sûr. Je pense surtout physiquement.
Il faut vraiment rechercher le glissement, mais à la fois, il faut être vraiment tonique et fort sur ses appuis.
Je pense que toutes les disciplines, on peut parler de rythme. C'est plutôt du timing en géant, c'est pas vraiment du rythme.
And the timing is really, really important. So when you find it, that's one of the best feelings in the skiing.
Le géant, c'est pas une question d'être parfait. C'est une question de réussir à risquer assez pour gagner, mais pas sortir. Je crois que c'est la discipline la plus limite qu'il y a.
Si j'avais un conseil à donner, essayer de rechercher ses limites, de jouer avec ses skis et tout le temps rechercher une sensation de glissement et de vitesse.
If you do some good giant skiing, then you have like the base, and from that you can do speed, and then you can do slalom. So I think, yeah, giant is the art of skiing maybe.